Good morning, Columbia. We appreciate you waking up with us. I am Curtis Wilson.
I'm Tyler. 5:01 Monday.
Yeah, back to another work weekend after the holidays.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I watched a documentary. It's going around on Netflix called Trainwreck: The Poop Cruise.
Yeah, I kind of saw it, but I said, well, I'm glad you saw it. Now you can tell me about it.
Yeah, well, it's the Carnival Triumph. Remember 2013? It left Galveston, Texas, went to Cozumel. It was coming back, and they had a fire on board, and they lost all the power. So there was 4,000 people drifting at sea for like 5 days, and the facilities didn't work, and it was of course I used to work. I wasn't on Triumph. I worked Carnival Sunshine, but I was interested to see that. I remember because I went there about 2 years after that incident.
Oh, okay.
In 15, I was the CD. But yeah, that was quite a. I can't even imagine. I mean, you're stuck in the middle of the ocean. There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, it's awful.
It had to be.
But it's lighting up social media. Apparently, it's blowing up. So there you go.
Nobody died, though.
Nobody died.
That's good.
Nobody died. It's just terribly unpleasant.
I'm sure.
Unpleasant.
So we got another wild animal chase to show you that took place right here in the Midlands. And it's not a pig this time. In a video posted by TikTok user SoFlyTrin, an emu is seen running down Bush River Road in Columbia. Police say it got away from its owner, who lives in Lexington. Officers called the Department of Natural Resources to help capture the animal and safely return it to its owner. Emus are large flightless birds native to Australia that can grow over 6 feet tall. They're able to reach speeds up to 30 miles an hour and are the second tallest bird species next to the ostriches.
I wonder if when they caught him, he tried to sell them Liberty Insurance. You know that whole emu thing?
Yeah.
And Doug? Okay. All right. Well, why are we seeing more and more of these crazy chases with animals?
I said this the last time we did the story. It's like so crazy that we are reporting so many of them.
Is it because there are more of them, or is it because everybody has their phones now and we just know about it more?
Could be a little of both.
Yeah. Okay. Throw them in the farm out back.
Yeah. Right now, first trivia question for today. In honor of National Rock and Roll Day, which artist was in the inaugural class of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, the Beatles.
I think the Beatles.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking rock and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Neither one of A, B, and C to me is rock and roll. That's just me. I know the Beatles fell into that.
Yeah, but they've been kind of letting that be a little more squishy these days anyway. But I think the Beatles, QR code is right there, by the way. Yeah. I think the Beatles probably are the other one.
Okay.
All right, it's National Macaroni Day today. Curtis, macaroni. Now, macaroni is a pasta that got its name from the Italian word macaroni, which goes back to the Greek word makara, which means food with barley, which is kind of where macaroni comes from, right? It was Thomas Jefferson who's credited with introducing macaroni to us. In fact, he brought a pasta maker back from Europe and started sharing it with friends, and that certainly helped the excitement. And of course, the most famous way to eat it, of course, is with cheese, i.e. macaroni and cheese. It's a global gathering food. No matter where you are, people love it. But in Hong Kong, macaroni is a breakfast food, and in Scotland, they make macaroni pie.
Interesting.
So, which is probably just like macaroni and cheese, but it's macaroni and pie.
Yeah. There's this little kid who went. Okay, what were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say I love macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I haven't had it in a minute. There's this little kid, he went viral. He's Italian, and he's talking about how he's supposed to cook Italian food. And you know how folks take what do you call it? Is this spaghetti? Break it in half, then put it in the boiling water. He says you're not supposed to do that. It's going to, dissolve and do what it does anyway.
Right.
He says it's not really Italian when you do that.
Well,
just a little tip I got from that little kid.
Okay. Well, I made some spaghetti yesterday, and I did break it in half because I had a smaller bowl. So. But all right, it tastes the same.
I'm sure it does. Yeah.
Happy Macaroni Day, buddy.
Same to you, sir. Big 4th of July weekend, big movie weekend as well. So top 5 movies, let's kick it. 28 years later is that number 5.
Okay.
Kind of like a zombie movie in a sense. Number 4, Elio, that's the family movie, Walt Disney. Number 3, How to Train Your Dragon, Universal movie, holding at number 3. Family movies always do well, like I told you. F1, the Driver movie with Tom Cruise.
Not Tom Cruise.
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt. It's at number 2, F1. And then you have Jurassic Park, which opened up big time across all these theaters. Number 1 movie, Rebirth. People are loving.
For some reason, I thought Superman was coming out this weekend, but it's next weekend.
It's the 11th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought it was over the holiday, but that's coming out there too. So.
Looking forward to Superman.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably not going to go to the movies and see it.
Wait till it comes out on the thingy.
I don't, I'm trying to think. I think the last movie I went to was Top Gun 2, and that was, what, 4 years ago?
I thought it was some Charlie Chaplin movie you said. Yeah.
No, I don't like feeling like I can't control. I mean, I guess I can just get up and walk out of the movie theater, but I don't like not being able to pause it or do whatever.
Oh,
I feel like I'm...
In case you have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Want to get something to eat.
Right. Pay $40 for some popcorn, that kind of thing.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so... Okay. All right.
And have you ever wondered what makes cool people seem cool? Well, researchers believe they have cracked the code by identifying the 6 traits they say cool people have in common. And Tyler and I talked about this, but here we go. The study, which was published in the Journal of Experimental Psychology, found people considered cool are perceived to be more extroverted, hedonistic, powerful, adventurous, open, and autonomous, in case you missed it last time. One of the study's co-lead researchers said the most surprising thing was that the same cool criteria emerged in every country.
You need a leather jacket and a motorcycle.
Fonzie style?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's all you need. Good pair of shades.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Gotcha. That would be James Dean, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of. Yeah. No, Keneal just said Tom Cruise. That's very true. Hopping on that old motorcycle.
Okay. Your collar, Tyler.
I'm fixing it right now.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Is that better? Okay.
What do you got?
Oh, I don't know. So many things. So many things, Curtis. How about this? Doctors found a live eel swimming in a dude's abdomen. Happened in China. 33-year-old guy. He shows up at the hospital. He's doubled over with pain. His abdomen is rock hard. They don't know what it is. They do a CT scan, and it showed a foot-long eel had punched through his colon and was swimming around his abdominal cavity. They were able to open him up, grab the little turkey, and get it out. But there's no mention of how it got in there.
Is this like the, you know how you get the Star magazines or at the supermarkets? Is that this kind of story?
It might be. I mean, it's from Oddity Central. You think of like the National Enquirer when they used to say...
Went in through his colon.
I guess. It said it punched through his colon and was swimming around his abdominal cavity, so it was his belly. So they went in like a laparoscopic surgery. Grabbed the wriggling fish with a clamp, and he's...
All right, let's get some weather.
Let's go to weather.
And if you've been around social media or your child lately, chances are you've heard or seen someone say they're crashing out. It's a term Gen Z has been using somewhat religiously to express severe emotional distress, but experts say crashing out isn't a great way to regulate emotions. According to Rebecca Hugg, a clinical counselor, crashing out is a coping mechanism that discourages the development of essential skills. So the next time you hear your child say they're on the verge of crashing out, it's probably a good idea to talk to them and get them to express their frustrations in a healthier way.
So crashing out means just getting angry? Okay. Crashing out, lashing out, okay.
Okay.
So pretty much anytime I drive. Yeah, okay. I'm being told I crash out a lot, Curtis, when I drive.
I hear Austin saying that, yeah?
Yeah. Well,
you have to take some deep breaths.
Beaver and Noah ride with me every morning when we go to the live shots, and so they know
okay.
I tend to be a little spirited. Yeah, all right.
Here it is, your second trivia question for today. In honor of National Rock and Roll Day, when did rock and roll become popular? 1930s, 1940s, the 50s, or the 60s?
50s, Elvis Presley.
Elvis, Chuck Berry, James Brown. I'm trying to think of folks who were really taking off.
In the 50s. I mean, the 60s, obviously, the Beatles. You started seeing all those guys. But I would say Elvis Presley he was like the first real rock and roll star, right? Because he came out and he was shaking his hips and.
No, he got that from like Chuck Berry and those guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those dance moves.
Well, I still say it was the 50s.
Okay.
QR code right over here.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go with 1950s. See, it is.
Talking about Superman, and got something here about it. James Gunn's upcoming film explores the themes of immigration, human kindness, and morality, starring David Corenswet as Superman. It's the new Superman they have. It's also featuring Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane and Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. Now, Gunn is also emphasizing the importance of human kindness in the story, despite potential backlash from different political groups. It also aims to spark controversies about morality and the loss of hope in people's goodness. And Crypto, the Superdog, is also making a return to this movie as Superman's canine companion. So, yeah, July 11th is next week when it comes out. Well, it's this week.
No, it's this week.
Yeah.
Why they got to make it about politics and have messages? Can't you just have a fun movie where Superman saves the world and call it a day?
Yeah.
Man, why is there always got to be like some kind of subcontext to things?
Yeah. Well,
All right.
we'll see how this goes.
I think it was Friday would be the 11th, right?
Right.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, Monday. Yeah, Friday. Okay.
Pokemon has officially been blessed by Pope Leo XIV, according to images posted to both X and Reddit. The images show a man meeting Pope Leo with an unsigned Pop Leo Pokemon card. After meeting the Pope, another picture was posted of the card with his signature on it. We already know the newest Pope is a sports fan, and these images have the internet under the impression the Pope might also be a fan of video games as well.
I'm not sure I understand this whole Pokemon thing. I know it's a video game and it knows all kinds of stuff, but I just don't quite get it. But, okay.
Yeah.
Isn't this Pope isn't he significantly younger? I know he's the first American one.
Right.
But is he younger than some of the other ones?
I'm not sure.
Right.
So it's early 60s?
Being told early
Okay.
60s. Okay. Huh. All right.
All right, so we asked you the trivia question, National Rock and Roll Day. When did rock and roll become popular?
It was the 1950s. 100% of people got it right. The popularity of rock and roll is attributed to people like Elvis Presley, Chuck Berry, Bill Haley, and his Comets.
There you go. Trying to think some other folks too back then. There's a lot of folks.
The perfect way to order a coffee, if you're curious, this comes from.
I've always been curious how y'all offer coffee.
Well, you don't drink coffee, do you?
Yeah, but I'm always curious how you order it.
Well, I mean, I just go to the gas station. I don't do that fancy,
Starbucks.
grande latte Americana with a whisper of cinnamon.
Well, they don't call them Dunkin' Donuts anymore. It's just Dunkin'.
Just Dunkin', yeah. You want to make sure you order the right roast, depending on what you want. Dark, whatever. Don't overdo flavored syrups. They say let the coffee have a voice, I guess. Consider cold coffee carefully.
Coffee has a voice. I'm lost on that one.
Well, people who, they're, the ones, I don't know, they let it breathe, I guess. Pick the right milk. Knowing the difference, oat milk or natural, oat milk is naturally sweeter. Almond milk has a nutty feel. And, then creamer, of course, has got that. So you can...
That's why I stick with juice and water.
Yeah,
it's
there's a lot to it. That's why I just go to the gas station and pay 99 cents.
So complicated.
For coffee. That's how I go.
99 cents. Is it just as good as the others?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't get into the whole foofy coffee thing.
Yeah. How much is coffee nowadays? Like Starbucks?
I don't know, like
You don't
30
do-
bucks.
Get out of here.
Not 30, but boy, it seems like it.
I was going to say, for real. I want to say thank you. Our guest that was just on talking about the Youth Challenge.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. Dr. Ronnie Scott. His program doesn't cost a dime.
Right.
Get you back on track, not just for troubled kids, for kids, period. Those who are distracted, the whole 9 yards. So GED completion, high school diploma attainment, just all that stuff. Plus they find positions for you, jobs as well.
That's pretty sweet.
Which is a great thing.
Yeah.
And again, it doesn't cost a dime. It'll be all on our website at abccolumbia.com. Let's see what, another Dallas Cowboy player was arrested in Texas. Possession of marijuana.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, he just signed another 3-year deal with the Cowboys too for $13.5 million. I remember back in the 80s, man, Cowboys were getting arrested left and right, but they're good now. Hopefully they will be. We'll see.
We'll see. It's right around the corner.
Weather-wise,
Hot.
that's all we can say. Catch them at noon for the full forecast and 5, 6, and 11 this evening. We'll catch you tomorrow.